Hello and welcome to Lower Merion Libraries Online. On this show, we bring you some of the best informational and fun programs offered by our 6 libraries. All Lower Merion libraries are open for in-person visitation, now including Sunday hours. Please visit lmls.org for all the details. As always, though, our staff and librarians bring you a variety of fun and informative online programs for your viewing pleasure. This is in addition to a whole suite of apps and websites with links to a huge variety of content. And don't forget to check out our new calendar scheduling system for library events. You just need to include your name and an email address to reserve your spot. But for now, it's on to the videos. Make gratitude stones on Try It Out with Miss Melody.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Melody from the Ludington Library Junior Room. Welcome back to Try It Out with Miss Melody. Right now we are in the month of November, and there is a holiday coming up at the very end of this month. Do you know what it is? It is Thanksgiving. During the month of November, a lot of families like to take a little extra time to think about things that they are thankful for or grateful for. Being grateful is noticing the good things and the good people in your life and appreciating them. So today we're going to do a little project that might help you do that a little more often. We are going to be making gratitude stones. Now, to start this project, you're going to have to do something that we do a lot in Try It Out with Miss Melody, and that is go on a little nature walk. Because you are going to need to find some stones that are not very big, but are smooth on one side and flat, because we're going to be putting something on the side of our stone. The best place to go and look for stones is going to be at a park or a playground or along a walking trail. That's where I found most of mine, at a walking trail. So you're going to need a few stones that are smooth and flat, some scissors, some brightly colored tissue paper. I just used some leftovers from some gifts I got. You're going to need a little paintbrush, just a small one, and some Mod Podge. If you do not have Mod Podge, you can make your own by mixing together 1 cup of white glue and 1/3 cup of water. Mix them together and they'll make a substance that's kind of like Mod Podge that will dry pretty clear. You may also want a writing utensil, so a pencil. I'm not sure if I'll use mine or not, but you might want one. You are going to start by finding your rocks and washing them. So you're going to put them in the sink with a little bit of soap and wash them so they're nice and clean. Then we're ready to make them into gratitude stones. The way that we're going to make them into gratitude stones is by adding a little heart to them to help, so that when we see them, it will help us to stop and think, what are some things in my life that I love, that I'm thankful for, that I'm grateful for? So I'm going to pick a stone. I'm going to pick this one. It's got a nice flat surface. And I'm going to cut out a little heart to attach to my stone. I think I'm going to use my red paper for this. And this is where you might want to use a pencil. You may want to draw a heart onto your paper and cut it out. I think I'm just going to freehand it. I'm going to fold my paper in half and cut out half of a heart so that it'll be nice and symmetrical. The heart I cut out at the beginning is probably going to be a little bit too big. This is a very small stone. So I'm going to cut out a heart, and then I might have to trim it down. So I'm going to put it on top of my rock, and I notice it is way too big. It's sticking off the sides of the rock. So I'm going to trim it to make it a little bit smaller so that it will fit. If you are a smaller person, you're probably going to want to draw your heart out to make it a little easier. Older kids and adults might be able to do it freehand. I'll try it again. Let's see. This is, I think, going to be the perfect size. It fits right on top of my rock. Now, I'm going to take my Mod Podge, stir it up a little bit, and I'm going to add a layer of Mod Podge to the whole top of my rock. So I'm just paint. Doesn't need to be very thick, but we want Mod Podge on there over the whole thing so that my heart will stick to the top of my rock. There we go. Nice thin layer. Then I'm going to plop my heart right down on top. Position it the way that I want it. it's sticking on there. Then I'm going to take another layer of Mod Podge and paint it across the top. I want to cover all of the heart so that it doesn't start peeling up. When the Mod Podge dries, it will harden and it will help to keep my heart on my rock. So I'm going to do a nice even layer. And leave it to dry. And that is as easy as it gets. You don't have to do anything else. But if you do want to do another step, you can take a Sharpie, and if you would like to write something that you're thankful on the blank back of your heart, on the blank back of your rock, you can do that as well. So that when you see the rock with a heart on it, you could flip it over and say, oh, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends or my dog or the house that I get to live in. There are a couple different things that you can do with these gratitude stones once you are finished with them. And I think I'm actually going to make a couple more as well. So I'll have a collection with maybe a couple different colors of hearts on them. You can put these rocks next to your bed or by your place at the table, and so that every time you see them, you can think about something that you're grateful for. You can hold the rock in your hand and think about or write down some ideas about things that you're grateful for. Sometimes during this month, people like to keep a gratitude journal where they write down one thing that they're grateful for every single day of the month, so you might want to try that. You could also hold this in your hand and rub it if you're feeling kind of anxious or upset, and it might help to calm you down. Or you could recruit your whole family, have them sit maybe at the dinner table and pass the rock around and have each person share something that they're thankful for or that they're grateful for, so that you can hear some of the things that your family members are thankful for as well. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and that you will be able to think of lots of things in your life that are good and that make you happy. Before you go, I do have a few book recommendations, and all these books are about gratitude and about thankfulness. The first one is called Thank You and Good Night. It's by Patrick McDonald. And this book is about a group of little creatures, of animals, who are getting together to have a sleepover. They do lots of exciting and fun things together, and at the end of the night, they think back on all the things that they were grateful that they got a chance to do, things that they enjoyed during the day. This is a great book to read at nighttime, because then maybe you can also think about things during the day that you are grateful for. The next one is called Thank You, Bear. This book is by Greg Foley. This book is about a little bear who has gotten a present for his friend. And he wants to go give that present to his friend, but on the way, he meets lots of animals who are telling him that maybe the present isn't good enough. We'll have to see how it ends. Is his friend happy about the present? Is he grateful for it? This book is a little bit different. It is called Penguin Problems. It's by Jory John. And it is about a little penguin, this guy right here, who is not very grateful. Everything around him seems terrible. He's not happy about where he lives. He's not happy about the weather. And maybe by the end of the book, he will find something to be thankful for. So this is maybe for a kid who is feeling a little bit grumpy that things are not really going their way, to help them reflect on things that they might like in their life. The last book I have for you is a book with some Cherokee writing in it. This is called We're Grateful, Ojeleheliga, and it takes you through a whole year and all the different seasons with a group of Cherokee people and the things that they notice and things that they are thankful for during the changing seasons. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you will find lots of things in your life that you are thankful for, and we hope to see you in the library soon.
You can find this video and lots of other videos on the Library System's YouTube channel. Just visit lmls.org and click on the Programs on YouTube button. Well, we have to take a break, but stay tuned. There's lots more to come here on Lower Merion Libraries Online. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Lower Merion Libraries Online, where we feature some of the best virtual programs offered by our 6 libraries. Did you know you can support the libraries through your donations? Nearly 90% of the funds used to purchase books and other materials are raised by volunteers and the library boards. If you'd like to contribute, visit lmls.org and click on the Donate button. There you can find a variety of ways to donate. Thank you. Now back to the videos. Here's a pair of clips from the Ludington Library. Learn about Greek mythology with Miss Amber and another great STEM project with Miss Ashley. Enjoy.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another Learn Something New with Miss Amber. Today we are going to be learning about Greek gods and goddesses. Do you enjoy learning about Greek gods and goddesses and Greek mythology? And if so, leave some comments below on some of your favorite topics. All right, and here we go. So, the Olympian gods were gods that lived on top of Mount Olympus, and they were in charge of the most powerful features of the universe. Those gods included Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Demeter, Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Ares, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, Hermes, and either Hestia or Dionysus. The first Greek god we will be covering today is Zeus. Zeus was an Olympian god of the sky and thunder, king of all other gods and men combined. He carries a scepter in one hand and a thunderbolt in the other. These were his symbols of authority. The second goddess is Hera. Hera is one of the 12 Olympians. She was goddess of women, marriage, family, and childbirth. She took very special care of married women. She was strong-willed and very intelligent, also the wife of Zeus. The third god is Ares. Ares was the god of war. He represented the brutal aspects of warfare, and he was never very popular, loved neither by the gods nor the men. He wore a helmet, a shield, and either a sword or a spear. The fourth god is Apollo. Apollo was the god of archery, music and dance, truth and prophecy, healing and disease, the sun and light, poetry, and much more. He was the son of Zeus. He was seen as a handsome, beardless youth with long hair, holding a wreath and a branch of laurel and a bow with a quiver of arrows. And the fifth goddess we will be talking about is Athena. Athena was another Olympian goddess of wisdom and war. She was fierce and also a ruthless warrior. She was adored patroness of the city of Athens, the daughter of Zeus. Ares feared her, and all other Greek heroes asked for her help. And that wraps up our lesson on the Olympian Greek gods and goddesses. If you want to learn more on this topic, come on into the Ludington Library today. We'll have a whole display on Greek mythology books. And also, another really good series is the Rick Riordan series. You can learn so much about Greek mythology within these books. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Have a good day.
Hey guys, this is Miss Ashley from the Ludington Library, and today's video is going to be building something. We're going to need 3 things: a plate, some toothpicks, and little candy pumpkins. So what you're first going to do is pour out some of your toothpicks. You can throw them on the plate. This is just kind of something that we're going to use as a base. And then you're going to stick your toothpicks inside the pumpkins. Ooh-wee, that's a lot. Now they do also have sugar gummy pumpkins you could use as well, but I used these for another previous experiment. So we're going to just continue to use these. And you're going to build whatever you want. You can make a cube, you can build a tower, you can build anything you choose. So for right now, I'm just gonna build a square with my toothpicks and pumpkins. Ooh. Got some butter fingers going on over here. And then let's see our square. So this is the first part of the pumpkin. I do actually have one pumpkin on its side, and the other ones are going this way, up and down. So this is what I'm gonna build so far, and I can continue upwards or lay it down and make a whole cube. Ooh. So as you can see, I broke my pumpkin. I pushed too hard and my pumpkin burst in half. So try this at home, see what you build, let me know, put it in the comment box at the end of the video. Come visit us, take a picture, show us when you visit us at Ludington, and we hope to see you soon.
Once again, you can view these videos and lots of other great videos on the Library System's YouTube channel. Just click on the Programs on YouTube button on lmls.org. And be sure to follow the Library System's other social media sites on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Well, we have to take another break, but please stay tuned. There's more great virtual library programming to come. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lower Merion Libraries Online, where we share some of the best informational online programs our librarians have developed just for you. Lower Merion Libraries are open for in-person visitation, including Sunday hours. Please visit our website for all the details. Well, here's our last video for this month, the latest in our Teen and Tween Career Choices video series. Here's Dr. Jurna Swaroop on how to become a pediatrician.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Jurna Swaroop and I am a general pediatrician at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. I'm here today to talk to you about becoming a general pediatrician. So first, I'm at home, don't worry, not around anyone, so I'm going to take off some of my protective equipment here and just talk to you about what it takes to becoming a pediatrician. So first thing I'll tell you about is what a general pediatrician is. So my job involves taking care of kids. So I get to take care of them from the moment that they're born to when they become an adult. So anywhere from 0 days old to being somewhere between 18 to 21 years old. So it's a pretty amazing job that I get to follow kids and watch them grow up from when they were little. So the things that we do are take care of everyone when they're healthy or when they're sick. So if you've ever been to the doctor once a year or for your checkup, you know how that works. So we like to see you at your checkups, make sure that you're growing well, that you're healthy, you're sleeping well, you're doing well in school, then really generally that you're happy and you're healthy. The cool thing about my job is I get to see you again as you're growing up and get to know your family really, really well, hopefully with time. So that's really exciting. The things that I go over at your checkup are what I mentioned, and a lot of it goes over just kind of giving you guys advice on different things. So when this happens, what do? If your baby's not sleeping, how do you work with them to sleep? How do you introduce foods? Or when you're dealing with bullying in school, what do you do? So it's a neat job to have. The other thing that I mentioned is that I get to work with kids when they're sick. So one of the neat parts is kind of using my brain to diagnose what's going on and to help figure out how to take care of it. So for example, I have a sore throat and I have a fever. What do? Well, it could be a lot of different things. It could be strep throat, it could be mono, it could be COVID. So lots of different things that we have to think about and factor in. So to learn all of that, we get to go to school. So let me tell you about my journey to becoming a pediatrician. So first thing, just like you guys, I went through normal school. So going through from kindergarten to 12th grade. When I was in high school, I spent a lot of time making sure that I was involved in lots of activities. So while I wasn't an athlete, really, I didn't do that. I spent most of my time involved in clubs and activities, but really, you can do anything that you wanted. So a lot of that was spent volunteering, so making sure that I was out and about in the community and doing things that I loved and helping others. And that helped make an easy transition as I applied to college. So in college, you get to spend a lot of time just learning about a lot of things. You can major in anything that you wanted. So traditionally, lots of people say you have to be a pre-med major. And well, I was, but you don't have to be. You can study business and get your pre-med requirements. You can study archaeology and get your pre-med requirements. So really anything that interests you is doable as long as you get those requirements. And what that means is making sure that you're taking the right amount of science classes and math classes that help set you up for studying afterwards. So after you finish your undergraduate career, then you take some tests called the MCATs to apply for medical college. And then medical school is 4 years of school. So it's a decent amount of work, a couple years where you're studying super duper hard, and then a couple years where you're studying as well as getting to see patients with different physicians so that you get some supervision. After you finish up medical school, then you get to go to residency. So residency is the time when you're already a full-fledged doctor or physician. In that time period, you get to train and do everything that you've been practicing and learning about with the supervision of someone called an attending. An attending is a physician who's been practicing already and will supervise and make sure everything that you're doing is correct. To become a general pediatrician, you do 3 years of residency. And then afterwards you can practice. So what I did was finish up those 3 years, and then I took my job where I am now at the Children's Hospital out in Bryn Mawr, so part of the community right here, and started back at work. So again, like I mentioned, doing medicine is like one of the coolest jobs in the world because I get to work with kids, see them grow up, work to teach them, work to teach their parents, and make sure that everyone stays happy and healthy. And then some of the side things I get to do are neat too. As part of my job, I get to volunteer sometimes to work with medical students to teach them, and work with residents as well to teach them. So not only do I get to help diagnose and treat patients, I get to help teach and make sure that the community grows so that we kind of stay and have a good, healthy group of people who are rising to become pediatricians as well. So if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. Take care. Bye-bye.
You can find this video on the Library System's YouTube channel. Click on the Programs on YouTube button on lmls.org. Well, we're out of time for this episode, but please tune in again next month for more of the best online programs from our 6 Lower Merion libraries. You can visit lmls.org anytime for more information, including our brand new calendar and event scheduling system, and a whole suite of apps and websites with links to a huge variety of content. If you have any questions about what services are available or any other specific requests, you can always call your local library at the numbers listed on the screen. Thanks again for watching Lower Merion Libraries Online. We'll see you next time.